are in Grindelwald, and in this video we are going to be giving you all the best tips, especially for Grindewald First. We will be talking about the public transportation and how to get to First, as well as some of the best tips that we can give you in regards to the activities to do in this village in Grindewald First, as well as private activities that you can book separately and if they're worth it. We will also be talking about queuing and giving you realistic expectations, the weather on 2 different days, as well as the walks you can do and how to save money on food. Now, if you haven't already subscribed to our channel, then please do subscribe because every subscriber makes a difference. Starting off with the transportation, we got the train from Interlaken to Grindelwald. Now, this train splits into one half goes to Lauterbrunnen and the other half goes to Grindelwald, but don't worry, they will tell you which half you need to be in. Now, the train, as always, it is free with a Swiss travel pass, so if you have one, make use of it. All public transportation is free with one, and as always, the trains come with breathtaking view, and Grindelwald just has amazing views. The seats were comfortable, but as are all seats in all of the Swiss transport system. And this is a Grindelwald train station, and from here you then have to get off. You can either walk 10-15 minutes to First, it's more like a 50-minute walk, or you can get a bus, again, which will be free with a Swiss travel pass, which only takes a couple of minutes. So we got the bus and then we made a walk up to the gondola station, which you can see there is at the top, and everyone else was heading there too, and these are the gondolas. Now, there is no private system here. You can obviously choose, you can ask someone if you want to go and have your own gondola, or you can just share it. But even if you do go privately, then because this one has 3 stops, on the second and third stop people can hop in, and of course you can hop out as well. Now, this was on one of the cold days, so you can see the dramatic difference between a sunny day and a cold day. You could barely see anything on the second day, but on the first day here you can see clear views of the trotter bikes, you can see Eiger, you can see the other mountains surrounding Grindelwald, and just look at the difference between the views. So again, maybe something to think about when you're planning your journey. One thing is the weather. The very first thing we did, we went right to the top, so we didn't get off at the other stops. We went right to the top to First, which was next to the bridge. You can see the cliff bridge, and we will talk about that in a bit. But before that, what we did is we just sat around the bridge. We had a look at it, we just took in the views, we got some content made for our social media. It was a very quiet area because everyone was queuing up for the other activities, which we will talk about in a bit. And we just looked at the paragliders, they came really close to us. So starting off with the cliff. Now, this is one of the very first activities at Grindewald First, and here you can see it is basically a steel cliff that's taking you all the way around the edge of the mountain. It is a bit scary, it looks a bit scary, but we did it. It depends, are you going to dare to look down? Of course, do enjoy the views. It is a thrilling walk, that's what it's called, and it is included in your pass if you obviously pay for the Grindewald First experience. So yes, so this is the bridge here, and you've got views going down. You can see the hikers going up and down, and usually it is quite busy. There's also a bridge. This is the bridge we're walking on now, and again, it's just a thrilling activity, so do it if that's something that you're interested in. We did it, and most people do tend to do it if you do go up and pay for the tickets for Grindewald First, because they are quite pricey tickets, unless you have a Swiss travel pass, of course, so make use of everything there. So after doing the walk, what we did is we went to this photo spot, which is right at the end, but there was a queue, as there always is, and just to get some photos with Mountain Eiger in the background. But there is also a restaurant on the other side if you want some food, but it is very, very pricey, as it is in most of Switzerland. You can also go on mini walks, and just make sure you don't go too down, because you are going to have to come back up as well. We just did a little bit of a walk and got some drone shots as well, so it was pretty nice. Now moving on to activities, we came back on day 2 because they were all sold out. So even if you paid for a ticket, they can be basically sold out. So we came back on day 2 just to do activities, and we straight away queued up. This was the day where we had bad weather, unfortunately, but you can see here the queue. Now this queue moves very slowly for the zip line, and it is for all activities. We were standing there for 2 hours, and I'm not kidding, it was 2 hours just to do this zip line experience you can see here, which then brings you down to the other stop where you can do the flyer. So this is called the flyer, and we thought by queuing first thing in the morning, literally it opens at 10 o'clock and we were there at 9:30 or something, but still we waited around 12ish, just over 2 hours. And then we had to wait again for this one, so which is the flyer. We were waiting in the queue for this one for a while as well, so we waited around 2 hours again just to go on the flyer, which is here right after the zip line. And this is also where you get the trotter bikes from. So because we'd waited for the zip line and the flyer for so long, we just didn't want to do the trotter bikes, because that had taken up over 4 hours. But it was a thrilling activity to do. I was really, really scared, especially going up is the scary part. So it was worth it for the adrenaline rush, but just be wary about the timing. So we made our way back down with the gondolas instead of getting the trotter bikes down, and this is where you'll find a playground for the kids, another restaurant, as well as you can do the scooters here. So we did take the scooters, and please bear in mind this is a long scooter ride. It's about 25 minutes on the scooters, and the reason why we know this is because midway we actually gave our scooters away to someone else, because I just couldn't do it. They are very, very fast, and we saw so many people fall down as we were going down, so we just gave it away. And we also wanted to do a walk down the village, down the mountain, and just take it in. We brought some lunch on day 2, so we had a picnic, we sat down and just took it slow, and also got some amazing drone shots as well. So this is us practically walking down, and walk down was about over an hour. So again, just bear in mind the amount of time it takes. So we definitely recommend at least a day, if not 2, just doing Grindewald First activities. And we obviously would recommend even more days if you want to explore Grindewald Village, which is down there. This is also where I dared my husband to just drink some water coming down. He didn't drink it, but he washed his hands, and we just had a fun time. We chatted, and we really just took it all in, because there was practically no one there. The other things you can do here is paragliding, but that's not booked through Grindewald First. You do have to book that separately with activity providers that get your guide. We've provided a link in our bio, so you can do that as well. But again, look at the difference between the weather. So I keep mentioning weather because it makes a huge difference on an experience. We went down, we got some ice cream. Again, a tip with ice cream is maybe just look around for prices. They can be very, very different. It can save you a lot of money, so just shop around a bit if you are on a budget and want to save money. We definitely were. We took the train back after this, and that was really our 2 days in Grindewald First. Now, talking about some of the tips and tricks, we've already said try to bring some food with you actually, and shop around for food, because food is very expensive in Switzerland itself. Going back to the weather, I've already said it can make a massive difference. So on the second day when we went, it was super cold, and here you can see we couldn't see a thing. We were just covered by cloud. It was so cold that my husband could not even close this GoPro. So just be properly dressed, look at the weather beforehand, look at the live webcams as well, and just plan it well. If you don't mind, then that's okay. Tickets, you get 50% off with the Swiss Travel Pass, so if you want to buy the first ticket. So that's a tip there. Drones are not banned in Switzerland. They are allowed, but of course there are rules and regulations everywhere, so do follow them. We always do a theory test every year and pay for a license, but that's optional. One thing I would say is though, around this area, just be a little careful, because there are paragliders around here and they do tend to come very close. Just here you can see how close I came to a paraglider. But that's really all it. We hope you found this video to be useful, and if you did, then do make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. It truly makes a difference as we are quite a small channel and we're trying to grow a community. And if you want some regular content, then we post a lot of things on Instagram, so do follow us on there. And if you have any questions, then put them down in the comment section. I'm usually very responsive to answer them. So see you in the next video and take care until then.